Hello everyone, Ben Williams here from the Whitetails and Whiskey Podcast and Olton Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement. Now I'm trying something a little different tonight. This is an in-video edit with the pause button that my wife just taught me about tonight. I didn't know I could pause my videos. So what we're going to do is talk about the beginning of this video, then go over to my whiteboard and then come back to the bar to wrap it all up and give it a real-world application. So this past year I was fortunate enough to tag my number one buck, really, with the pistol, and that was this guy right here. This is St. Patrick. There's Outlaw in the background, but this is St. Patrick. I was able to tag him with my pistol. Big 5.5, 6.5-year-old brute. Don't know, me and Nate are sending our teeth away this week, and we'll talk about that on the podcast. A couple sheds from him over the years. Really cool buck. Had a lot of history with him. Really cool story with him. Everything like that. So I want you guys to think about and remember in this video December 2nd and December 4th. Now, I killed him on December 4th, but keyword here is December 2nd, and we'll go over to the board and look how that's applicable, and then obviously how it came together on the 4th. So stay tuned, and when this video starts back up, we should be at the board, so let's try this. So here we are at the board. We'll see if this works out. Like I said, these are all single take videos every time. Just don't recognize all the stuff that we're, pulling out and going through for a yard sale this spring. So here we have St. Patrick. Bottom 9, we believe, is still alive, and then Double Wide, which Dad killed. We could also track his date too in a future episode and talk about him specifically. But right here, I got too much stuff in the way. This is real life problems right now. So right here we have December 2nd, first trail, third trail is when I saw him with my coworker Mark, and then fast forward to the 4th, third trail PM, boom, and that's when I killed him. Was down there right on third trail in the PM, right where there, and that's the green dot day we talk about, which is daylight. A blue dot would be if it was 2 years consecutively with that buck. Now these are only bucks that we have a couple years of history with that the blue dot would apply to, but I really focus in on different times of the year, different areas. Obviously St. Patrick will get erased, Double Wide will get erased. Bottom 9, I believe, stays on the board. We'll see. He actually showed up on 2 different farms this year, which is something I've never had. And then we believe that Curly is alive, and I only had one photo of him in 21 and very few pictures of him this year. So we'll see if we can put some pieces together, but we erased a couple names off of this board. But this is my crazy whiteboard that we always reference and stuff like that. So let's go back to the bar to finalize the story and bring it with a real world application to bottom 9. Getting tired. Whiskey tonight is a little Maker's Mark, just regular straight Maker's Mark, not the cast strength, just the regular good oldie. So today is January 30th, 2023. Now, to give this a real world application, I literally looked at what buck might be alive. We believe bottom 9's alive. We haven't heard anybody killing him. He might not be alive, but I found a really good situation where this lines up. So let's look at the computer screen here and see. As you can see here, we have bottom 9's folder from 21, but the date is 1/31/22. So if I was targeting this buck and season was still open, this is what I would reference to try to hunt this buck tomorrow, 1 year from the day. So that's a daylight photo at 5:56. It's right about at the end of legal shooting, probably 4:56. Timestamp might be an hour off. But here we are. Here's bottom 9 right here. You see him? Really good looking buck. This is down on third trail. It's actually, I killed St. Patrick right here, if you can see it. Sorry about my poor video editing and quality. But what I would do is check my folder, check my buck, or bucks, or a specific area of a property for that 1 year rule, and literally hunt that deer 1 year to the day. Now I shade that a little bit with 24 hours here and there. Like let's just say if he was on the north end in the evening and then the south end in the following morning, I might hunt somewhere in between or might shade one way or the other. but I found it sits up pretty consistent for these deer time period to time period, year after year with it. So we'll see what it does this upcoming year. We'll see if Bottom Nine's still alive. Hopefully we're chasing him. Curly's another one that made it through, and we got a couple other bucks on a couple other farms that I had let cameras soak on all year, and we'll see if we can connect with those bucks on 1 year rules as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this little bit further in-depth look into the 1 year rule. This was a comment that came in from Tom's for a suggestion, so thank you very much. I hope that answers all your questions and how we specifically target these deer on a 1 year rule, 1 year to the day. It's very simple how it sounds. That's how we do it. Going through it, and that's how we killed 2, 3, ended up being 3 of the last 4 bucks we killed on our one farm was from the 1 year rule. We killed double wide, we killed St. Patrick, and then Dad's halfway buck, I went back and checked it, was also a 1 year kill buck. So, and that's what it is. And sometimes it's not maybe a specific camera, but I like to break a property into quadrants or sections. And that might be 1 for a specific farm, or it might be 3, 4, 5, depending on how it kind of lays out. You'll see the different sections and different bucks, how they'll slot into different sections and different portions of those properties throughout the year. So start looking back at your data, looking at it critically, looking even back several years to start to see if there's a correlating value to specific days and specific areas of your property. So I hope that helps you guys understand the 1 year rule. I'm Ben Williams from the Whitetails and Whiskey Podcast, and Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement is my consulting business I do as well. I hope that answers your question, and I hope the 1 year rule helps you guys find success in this 2023 upcoming deer season. I know we're going to be using it. Again, combining that with the proper stand locations, like always, the proper entry and exit, the proper property design is how you can put that last little couple percent on your chance of tagging that buck that you're after this upcoming year. Thank you all for tuning in, and cheers, guys. I'll see you back down here next time at the bar with the Whitetails and Whiskey Podcast. Take care, guys.